You're watching World Insight with me, Tian Wei, coming to you Monday to Friday on CGTN. China and the Gambia have vowed to boost the bilateral ties in various areas. This comes after a meeting between Chinese President Xi Jinping and the visiting Gambian counterpart Adama Barrow in Beijing last week. China and the Gambia resumed diplomatic relations in the year 2016. Those ties have been severed, though, for 20 years when the African nation engaged in a so-called diplomatic relationship with China's Taiwan. However, the two presidents have now agreed to promote mutual political trust and reaffirm the primacy of one China policy. Now, President Adama Barrow has left Beijing, visited cities in Xiamen and Guangzhou, but earlier I spoke to him about what he hopes to achieve between China and the Gambia. Reconnect again. What does this visit mean to you, and do you think to the two countries, China and the Gambia?
This visit is a very important visit as far as the China-Gambia relationship is concerned. I think China-Gambia relationship was back way in the 70s. And we have a very, very, very good relationship between China and the Gambia. I think the two countries also benefited from that relationship. But there was a break. I call it unfortunate. Unfortunate in the sense that it was a one-man decision. It was not the decision of the Gambian people. But now, both countries, we have the chance to recover from what we lost. So that's why this visit is significant, it's important. It's important to me as a president. It's important to the two countries.
Great to have you here in Beijing, Mr. President. Holding on to the one China policy, you took office last year and has been very dear to that principle. Why is it so strategically important for the Gambia about this?
The one China policy is important to the Gambia for the simple reason that we believe in unity. We believe in oneness. If we are together, we are stronger. It's because the Gambia, we are together. That's why we were able to change from dictatorship to democracy. That unity, that spirit was very important in our history. And we believe that one China policy.
Great point there, Mr. President. But you know, the thing is, the trust and mutual development has to be re-established. How can we start?
We have to be sincere. We have to be honest. We have to be open.
Honest about what?
Honest about our relationship. Honest to make sure we improve on our relationship. To make sure we have people from the two countries represented at our diplomatic level who will collaborate. And I think we are also fortunate that we have a young and dynamic ambassador from China who is representing in the Gambia, who is doing a wonderful job.
Mr. Ambassador is sitting on the side together with your administration officials.
I think that was a very good decision, and I think that is helping our relationship.
You talk about openness. What kind of openness are you referring to?
No country can do it alone. You have to be open, you have to be part of the world. We are in the 21st century. We need each other.
So you believe in globalization?
I believe in that. Fundamentally believe in globalization. And that globalization open that room of communication. If there is communication, it enlightens everybody. And at the end of the day, everybody benefits from that globalization.
You had a wonderful talk with the Chinese President Xi Jinping. And I saw some of the photos of your meetings. Beautiful smiles on both gentlemen's faces. I understand this is also about personal relationship in a way, between the two presidents, the trust, and also between the two countries, the mutual trust. Your country is rich with resources, tourism industries as well. Since you're taking the office, the country has enjoyed recently quite some stability. But how to translate stability into economic prosperity for your people? It could always be a big question mark. What is the answer from your administration so far?
But I think stability is very important. Stability is a foundation.
How would you guarantee that?
We have good policies in the country, whereby we have the independence of the judiciary. Rule of law is respected. It opens up the environment for people to trust the government. And that is our strength.
It's not easy, right?
It
has not been easy.
It's not easy. It's not about giving speeches. It's not about Marxists and Lenders. It's about action. But the mindset must change. That the responsibility is the Gambian people's responsibility. To make sure we work together, we implement those policies.
Is it easy to change that mindset?
One fundamental thing is important. Enlightening the people. If you enlighten the people, you have empowered them.
Give me some examples.
People must believe what they are. They must believe in where they come from. And we have to learn from others. We are in the same position in years back. Example like China. And they have moved on. And they succeeded. I think these are the areas that we have to make sure the people understand.
So build the confidence in a way.
Believe in that if other people can do it, there is no doubt we can also do it.
I understand, Mr. President, there are several areas of cooperation you and your Chinese counterpart, Chinese President Xi Jinping, have been talking about. What have you two gentlemen been specifically discussing? How will things be following up after this?
We are really welcome by the President. And as the second largest economy in the world, it was an honor and a privilege to have a meeting with such a great leader. We cannot thank the President enough for giving us the opportunity. It was all over the media. It was a vote of confidence. It was real support for us. But one thing was important in our discussion. That is where the Gambian strength lies. That is agriculture.
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 What about agriculture?
Our methods is primitive. We want to improve on our methods. We go in for mechanized farming. But we need partners. Partners like China. Because we need the support of people who have experience. We need to learn from them. Because we need two things. There is people who have the expertise and people who have the money. We have the land, we have the water, we have the manpower, and we have the political will. But we need that support. So that was very important because we believe that can create jobs for us. And it can also bring hope. So we have signed agreement, road construction, 2 bridges, that will create a lot of jobs. And also the broadband with our network, that will create jobs. I think these are areas that we will start to create jobs. And we have no doubt the Chinese government is very serious with our relationship.
We have the government consensus But it has to be attractive for businesses to go there, to develop these projects. So what are some of the policies or preferential treatment your country would bring out to international investors, particularly, let's just say, those coming from China? They could be state-owned, they could be private investors, all kinds.
When we are going to partnership, energy, we give you duty waivers. So those are all incentives.
Do you see many Chinese investors there?
A lot of them. We know that Gambia cannot be isolated. We are in a global world. We have to open up and partner with genuine investors, for that matter.
Genuine investors. I like that adjective you just used. Why would you want to emphasize on that, the genuine investors? Who would, to you, be genuine enough?
That's why if you want to invest in my country, we go through your profile and we do some kind of due diligence to know your background, your company, your credibility, your capacity, before we can follow the process to do business with you.
What about the future? I understand, Mr. President, you, before the trip, said you were extremely impressed by the words coming from Chinese President Xi Jinping during the 2015 China-Africa Summit, which was held then in Johannesburg. And he talked about the future and the blueprint of relationship between China and Africa. Help us understand better about your view of China's role in this cooperation with African countries. And where is Gambia in that big picture?
China have brought in balance of power in the world. First time, if the West make a statement, you don't have any other alternative. But now we wait, we say, let us wait for China.
You say that?
Of course. When they make their statement, that's the time now the deep end open up. So it's a balance of power that is going in the world. And Gambia is part of the African Union, the AU. We are part of ECOWAS. That brought us together, that brought Africa together. And if China is partnering at that level, that means Gambia is part of it.
You believe in institutional building?
I believe in that.
Thank you so much, Mr. President, for being with us.
Thank you.
The Gambian president with us on an exclusive interview. And that is all the time we have for today. If you'd like to see more, find us at World Insight CGTN into your search engine or check out our YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Sina Weibo. From me, Tian Wei, and everyone on the World Insight team, thanks for watching. Tune in again next time for insights across China and around the world. Happy holidays to everyone.